Recently, an 11-minute video titled "Second Uncle Cured Me of My Mental Depression" was released, causing a rift in online opinion, moving some people and angering others. CCTV and other official Chinese Communist Party media also joined in the coverage to promote the so-called positive energy. However, the video has also led many people to do some soul-searching. This is my second uncle. He used to be a gifted boy in the village. This is my grandmother, an old lady who is popping every day. They live in this old house. It was built before there was a United States. The second uncle used to be the best student in elementary school and the best in junior high school as well. The story describes the second uncle as a young man with excellent academic performance, who was forced to drop out of school because he was crippled by a barefoot doctor who gave him the wrong injection. Barefoot doctors are healthcare providers who underwent basic medical training and worked in rural villages in China. He later learned to repair farm equipment, home appliances, etc. He is a happy-go-lucky man who also adopted an abandoned child and used a lifetime of savings to pay for a home for his adopted daughter in the country. Some netizens said, "The second uncle endured a slew of injustice and indifference of the whole society and family to him, such as a medical accident with no recourse, the unbalanced development of urban and rural deprivation, the lack of social assistance, and the hole in the old age pension benefits. The second uncle has lived a life of confusion and misery, but is now declared a triumph of life." Another netizen analyzes the story, saying, "If the second uncle goes to defend his rights, he would be considered picking quarrels and provoking troubles. But if he swallows his anger and tries to live, the national media will give him praise, encouraging the whole country to learn from him. And this is the so-called spirit of the second uncle." One comment reads, "Some people lost their jobs, some people were forced to stop paying their mortgages, some lost their lifetime savings, some bought an unfinished home, some died or were injured from vaccination, some lost their lives while dining in a barbecue restaurant, some jumped off a building when they couldn't afford to treat their illnesses." The editorial department of the CCP media is serving up a big pot of chicken soup. See people, the second uncle has it much worse. The video also says that the second uncle, now 66 years old, not only takes care of his 88-year-old mother, but also has to make money to support his own old age. Nowadays, the labor cost in the countryside is getting higher, so it is a good time for the second uncle to make money. He would like to make more money for his own old age so that he doesn't have to burden his adopted daughter Ning Ning in the future. But the grandma can't take care of herself and doesn't want to live anymore. So since a few years ago, when the second uncle goes out, he would put her in the cart. "This is a tragedy," said La Jianping, a master of international law at the China University of Political Science and Law. "It shows that the standard of living and the level of medical care for the lower class in China is quite poor. This is a tragedy caused by the entire social system. However, it is now presented as a case of positive energy. It is actually only propaganda that is filled with contradictions, desperate and losing sight of what's happening." However, the story of the short video of the second uncle doesn't end here. On August 1st, news broke that this video involved fictitious content and had been removed from the recommended content. It became top news on China's social media platform Weibo. Netizens exposed that the CCP media Xinhua news agency was in fact the creative team behind the video. According to Red Star News in mainland China, village officials where the second uncle lives said during an interview that the video differs from what is known. First of all, the video claims that the second uncle's disability card somehow just couldn't be processed. However, the town official said that his disability card was approved in 1990. Secondly, the video describes that the second uncle was given 4 injections by a barefoot doctor at the health center, causing his disability. However, the former director of the health center who treated the second uncle at the time said in an interview that he suffered from polio and his disability was not caused by injections. Third, the video says that the disabled second uncle supports his 80-year-old mother alone and has even had to take her out with him for work. However, according to the interview, his mother was being cared for by 5 siblings in the local area. Fourth, according to the neighbors of the second uncle, the author of the video was not his nephew, but his niece's husband. The author did not know anything about the second uncle until after he met his wife. In fact, long before the video became a hit, the film had already raised a lot of questions. It was released on July 25th by an author called Ego Tsai-shang on Bilibili.com or B-Site, a video sharing website based in Shanghai. At that time, it had more than 30 million views on B-Site alone. With other platforms, the total number of views may have reached 100 million views already. The author has always claimed that the film was shot and produced spontaneously by him and his wife. However, industry insiders pointed out that the people who understand video production can tell at a glance that the director, screenwriter, actor, editing, and post-production of the Second Uncle film are all first class. This is the result of a huge team, a lot of professional equipment, long shooting hours, huge funding, and organized promotion. Not at all what a self-media blogger can undertake. Netizens soon discovered that the first place in the creative team of the Second Uncle video was the official media Xinhua news agency, not the author Ego Tsai-shang. The screenshot also shows that Xinhua news agency is labeled as the up owner, while Ego Tsai-shang is only a participant.